Hello everyone, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now as you can see from CoinMarketCap, XRP is at 16 cents. Let's look at all the green today. If we go to BC Backer, we have reached day 805, the number of days it took for the last bear market to end, and the start of the 2017 XRP bull market. One can only hope, fingers crossed. So as we can see, 805 days. I'm pretty sure this was posted yesterday. And guess what, guys? Today, look what happened. We're starting to go up. If this is correct, guys, we should see the incoming price slingshots. Now, guys, before we jump into the news, I'd like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor this financial advice, just for entertainment value only. Boy, XRP tweeted out.
CEO Brett Garlinghouse, he joins us right now. And you know, David, some say Ripple could be the next Bitcoin. What do you think, Brett? Is that a compliment that Ripple could be the next Bitcoin?
Well, I think if we're solving a real problem and it's at scale, then I think it's a compliment. I think the most important thing that is going on in crypto is understanding what is real and what is just hype. Some, I think, may look back on Bitcoin and find that it was the Napster of digital assets. What I mean by that is Napster was the first to digitize music and demonstrate, hey, if you digitize music, you can do a lot of cool things with that. But ultimately, they were circumventing trademark laws, they were circumventing royalty payments, and government stepped in, and Napster was not successful. But
Ripple CEO Brett Garlinghouse, he joined.
Again, what's real or what's hype? Utility is XRP. Randy Zuckerberg tweeted out, I think Ripple will be really taking off in the next 2 years. The world order will be reshuffled using the blockchain technology. I think Asia will lead the pack. I don't think it'll take 2 years. I think it'll take way faster than 2 years. In my opinion, it'll be this year. Next it comes from Boy XRP.
Yeah, I'd say again, it's an overall movement, the math-based currency movement, not necessarily a Bitcoin movement or a Ripple movement. So it's kind of which iteration of the movement, whether it be Bitcoin, Ripple, or something new that we haven't seen yet, is going to have the best combination of three things: trust, utility, and liquidity. Trust is sort of in the fundamental technology. It's more trustworthy than existing systems. Utility it's all about can I pay in multiple currency? Is it fast? Is it inexpensive? What are the cash in, cash out methods? What are the exchange like? Who's accepting it? Liquidity is going to be market makers. Who's making a market in the currency pairs? So it's whatever iteration gets the best combination of that sort of first.
Utility is going to be market makers. Again, guys, utility in a couple years. It comes from XRP Thor. Isn't it weird the Ripple drop warned us? Could this just be the last and final test?
And the last key attribute of a healthy liquid market is really resilience. And that is getting at the ability for a market to recover from a significant systemic event. So if there was some sort of a market shock, the ability for order books to get back to normality and tighten back to similar prices to where they were prior to that event relatively quickly.
There you go. Look what's happening at today's day. Crypto Police tweeted out, breaking: regulators considering more changes to free up bank liquidity, sources say. So I won't go too much into the detail about this article, but I will leave all the links in the description down below so you guys can investigate further. But again, guys, we're getting closer and closer. Regulators considering to free up bank liquidity. Once again, Boy XRP tweeted out.
What is attempted with XRP is not so much maintaining the value, but offering a vehicle for exchange, which is quite different, because there you can have value fluctuating. All you need is value to be stable for 10 seconds while the whole transaction takes place. And as a result, there's a whole different need for regulation. You don't need to regulate value. I don't care. So long as there is some value, the transaction can certainly take place. And as a regulator, I'm not so worried about either this displacing my fiat currency, because you're moving from one fiat currency to another. It's just an interim value. And it's a means of exchange.
Now, guys, we're into the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Luminous Design tweeted out, David, 5 letters, Schwartz, 8 letters, X, 24, R, 18, P, 16, XRP 58. So we could see here at the end of the day, 14th April 2020. Doesn't that match up, guys? Once again, 14. On my previous video, remember 14 again. So it's going to be quite interesting what happens. Born to it out, please listen very close to this video. Let's watch this video.
But if you think further into the future, if such sort of coins would become more important in some future monetary system, there surely will be further implications for the international monetary system. And, you know, some people have played around with the idea of digital SDRs or ESDRs and whether there might be some role for SDRs that is different from the very, very confined role that SDRs have today. About interoperability, well, this is core central banking business, is to ensure interoperability. So there could be, in principle, some standards that would make sure that Charles and I, and Ahmed and I, we could all sort of like transfer these e-monies due to standard setting.
Again, Reborn tweeted out, dark versus light, battle for wealth, old versus new. At this point, there's so much stuff that's happening in this photo. You guys can pause and take a look at this, but it's quite interesting. Natural Met tweeted out, Marvin, Brexit completed, national emergency completed, Q, arrests have begun, completed, XRP new financial system ready. Guys, what's going to be happening next in the timeline? XRP new financial system ready. Are you guys ready? Because I am ready. Now the final tweet for today's video comes from Mr. Poole. We can see here the numbers. What does this mean, you might ask? J9 Dalton replied, it hasn't even started. So guys, it hasn't even started yet. So we'll have to see what happens in the upcoming days, weeks, and months, especially this year, and see what takes place, you know, in the world events for XRP as well. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And then, guys, see ya.